Well, great morning, Chit Chat Kit Kats. Oh my goodness. Well, the women are gaining in this. They're being taken seriously by everyone except for Trump, that, they're all liars. It's all fake. It's all, it's a Democratic thing. It's a smear against me. Don't believe any of it. It's all fake. Just like Russia. All fake. All fake. Maybe they'll get clued in that Russia was not fake either. Okay. Maybe they'll finally start to see the truth. Every time he starts screaming that something is fake, that's reality. Okay. That's reality. They've got him dead to rights. So, he's being boxed in. Like I said, he's digging his own grave. The more denial he puts out about it, first, when they asked him about releasing the files, he's like, well, yeah. Well, not as much as the other ones because, there could be fake things in there. There could be phony stuff that could hurt people, and we don't want to hurt people. In that world, there's a lot of phony stuff going on. Yeah, no, it's not phony stuff. Okay. So now it's come out, it's all fake. It's all, it's all a Democratic hoax. The whole thing is lies. So Epstein took his life in jail. Somebody killed him in jail because of it's all lies, just to make you look bad. They're looking at that going, yeah. No. I wonder if they'll ever cognize the thing that Ivana, her NDA, non-disclosure agreement, was just due to vanish, and so she miraculously fell down those stairs. And all of her trauma was mid-body. Well, that's not where you get trauma if you're actually going down the stairs. Okay? And then to bury her on a golf course. Okay? Even more of an insult. I'll show you. I'll show you. You had her murdered. I'm just going to flat out say it. And buried her on a golf course. Okay? Yeah. So, this stuff is catching up with this guy. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is the cards. I put out 2 videos showing actually illustrated nudity. Yes. And I put a warning on it, and they have not touched those videos. So, people, if you want to use your cards, put out on it, warning, illustrated nudity on the cards. Because I have some vintage decks that I do not want to ruin. Okay? I've ruined a number of vintage decks that were quite expensive. Over $100 per deck. And I had to ruin them. Here's one of my vintage decks that I had to go and ruin by, covering them over because, the sensibilities, this just may cause, too much sexual gratification looking at that before clothed. Okay? So the way to deal with it is just put a warning label on it. Warning, illustrated nudity. That's it. So I'm not going to worry about buying, any more. I'm not going to change them. Now, there is one deck that I had bought that I wouldn't use because I mean it's extreme. It's not needed. The way they have it presented, I would not use them. Okay, but you can get around it by just putting a warning up there. Warning: there's illustrated nudity. If you are offended, if you're going to get sexually aroused, don't watch this. If it's going to be triggering for you, illustrated nudity, then don't watch this video. Yes, we have to go that far, but that solves the problem. Okay, that has solved it. Just the insanity, of some of this stuff. But anyway, yeah, going through this, we just need to continue to, hold to the light. Hold to the light. This is going to shift. It is going to change. There are going to be major changes coming when we get rid of this administration, and they're not going to be there forever. Okay? Not going to be there forever. Like I said, he's coming in, and he's not going to be there long. So every breath, every second is another second towards their being gone. So look at it that way. Look at it that way. With every breath, with every minute, it's a minute closer to their leaving. Okay? So it's just getting through this time. He's no longer able to convince everybody of his lies and his drama about being the best president, the greatest in history, Oh, he's making a name for himself for sure. He will be known in history as the worst president, con man, criminal to ever hit the scene. Yeah, the criminal president. That's what he'll be known as, the criminal president. And how he tried to take down America. How he tried to ruin America for his own benefit, to line his pockets. And how people were deceived for a time. So on that note, I'll leave that here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you online.